Welcome to literary and jury charge practice. Let's start out with this jury charge. Ready? If you feel that when you are through with school, you will improve your life, your attitude toward school may be very different. What is it that school will bring you? If you expect that you will receive good pay, work in a nice environment, have control over your life, have a flexible work schedule, engage in challenging work, and have meaningful responsibilities, you may view school in a positive light. You may view it as the means to achieving the things that you wish in life. It is why you are in court reporting school. Nothing can turn a positive attitude into a negative one faster than stress. Yet court reporting school is known for producing stress. Let's examine what produces stress in court reporting school. One research study shows that daily hassles are more likely to have a greater effect on an individual's moods and attitudes than the major misfortunes in life. When you are under stress, you may feel like you have lost control and begin to lose perspective. As a result, you may find your positive attitude turning negative. You may experience just as much stress if you pass a speed test as you do if you fail, depending on how you view stress. It can either motivate you or hold you back. If you look at stress in positive terms, it will motivate you to succeed. If you look at it negatively, it will prevent you from succeeding. Regardless of the source of the stress, if it is chronic and left untreated, it can affect you both physically and mentally. Court reporting students are affected by the stress of trying to pass speed tests. Is that bad or good? Would you be motivated to succeed? Whether stress is good or bad will determine how you handle the situation. Using a positive approach to the situation will turn bad stress into good stress. If stress is having a negative effect, identify what it is causing you stress. Sometimes you have to decide if the problem that is stressing you is real or perceived. Is the situation really a problem, or do you just perceive it as one? Is the situation that is causing you stress something that you can control? If the reason that you are stressed is that you have not been practicing, you have control. Develop a practice plan and follow it. If the reason that you are stressed is something that you cannot control, you have to accept the fact that you do not have control. If you have control over the situation, look for ways to minimize the stress. The way that you react to a stressful situation is up to you. If you find yourself reacting negatively, then change. Start small. The next time you are faced with a minor challenge, decide that you will not let it cause you to feel negative. Practice this process again and again. And I think I called this a jury charge, and it's a literary. Sorry about that. All right, now let's do a jury charge. Some jury charge practice. All right, ready? Here we go. Murder is the unlawful killing of one human being by another with malice aforethought. Malice aforethought means in a particularly evil state of mind. Malice aforethought does not mean only that the murderer thought about killing the victim beforehand or even meant to kill him or her. Rather, malice aforethought includes a range of other possibilities. Murder is also categorized by degrees. It is usually broken down into first-degree and second-degree murder. The difference is based on the suspect's intent in committing the crime and the manner in which he or she carried it out. The severity of the punishment also varies. First-degree murder is usually subject to more severe penalties, including death in certain circumstances. Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a human being by another human being, but without malice aforethought. There are two types of manslaughter, voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary manslaughter is more serious than involuntary manslaughter. Voluntary manslaughter is an intentional killing without malice aforethought. Usually there are some mitigating circumstances that justify reducing a murder charge to the lesser offense of manslaughter. A common example of voluntary manslaughter is a killing committed in the heat of passion. Unlike murder and voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter ordinarily is an intentional killing. The death results from the suspect's criminal negligence rather than any intent to kill the victim. Homeless people are sometimes cited for these crimes. A person commits perjury when he or she knowingly gives false testimony while under oath. Lying at a trial is perjury, as is lying at a deposition or other proceeding when the witness is under oath. The lying must concern a material matter. There is perjury if it involves a trivial matter or something unrelated to the issue at hand. Subordination of perjury is the procuring of someone to commit perjury for you. Paying someone to lie and establish an alibi for you is subordination of perjury. You are entitled to use reasonable force to protect yourself when it reasonably appears that you are in danger of immediate harm from someone else. Your right to defend yourself includes the right to use deadly force in appropriate situations. I know we had some challenging words in this one, We had malice aforethought. They said that a lot. Categorized. Murder is also categorized by degrees. Severity. The severity of the punishment. Manslaughter. Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a human being by another human being without malice aforethought. So, manslaughter. Voluntary and involuntary. Mitigating. All right, we will carry on with this one in a bit. Now let's get back to some literary material. And it's called Getting Motivated. This is in one of the Journal of Court Reporting magazines. And so let's see what it has to say about getting motivated. Ready? As students, you must find this motivation to succeed within yourself. And you cannot do that unless you have first considered other options and goals, weighed the pros and cons, and decided that for many reasons, court reporting and or captioning is the career you want to pursue. These reasons are your reasons. No one else can make you want to reach your goal badly enough to make sacrifices and to discipline yourself to achieve it. So when you feel your ambition draining, review the reasons why you are in court reporting school. Consider writing down your reasons and putting this list in a prominent place where you will see it and can read it every day to give yourself a motivational boost. It is nice to have others encourage you, but do not rely on others to give you your motivation. Only you can do that. Excuse me. Visit working reporters. Visit the professionals in the field. Freelancers, officials, and captioners will each have their own unique perspective and advice to offer you. Observe them as they work, if possible. Ask them about their job, what they like, and what they do not like about it. Learn all you can about the day-to-day duties of the profession. This will help you to affirm your reasons and decision for pursuing this career and can help you to develop a strong commitment to your goal. And the more professional contacts you make, the easier it will be to see yourself as a working reporter and feel that you too are a member of the court reporting community. Remember the great things about being a court reporter or captioner. Many job opportunities. You can enjoy the flexible hours of being a freelance court reporter. You could even own your own court reporting firm. Or you can become a broadcast captioner and work for a captioning company. Or you can have the stability of being an official court reporter and working in court. You could also provide CART for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Court reporters are also needed to report meetings for state and national conventions. Congressional reporting is yet another field a student may pursue. You could even consider teaching court reporting. We'll continue with that one. See how else we can get motivated. All right, let's get back to a little jury charge practice. Ready? Deadly force is force that is likely to result in the death of or serious injury to a person. You can use deadly force to defend yourself only when you are in immediate danger of death or serious injury. Deadly force must be reasonably necessary to protect yourself. You cannot shoot someone who throws a snowball at you. Not only do you have the right to protect yourself from criminal assaults, you have the right to protect others as well. Today, you can step in and defend anyone who is being attacked. You can use deadly force to protect someone else, but under the same conditions that apply when you are using it to protect yourself. You have the right to use force to defend your property in appropriate situations. For instance, if you see someone trying to break into your car, you can use reasonable force to prevent it. Before using any type of force to defend your property, you ordinarily must first warn the other person to stop and leave, unless doing so would put you in danger. If the jury returns a verdict for the defendant, the plaintiff's attorney may ask the judge to disregard the jury's verdict and instead enter a judgment in the plaintiff's favor. This is called a motion for a judgment notwithstanding the verdict. All right, let's see. Any words in here that were challenging? Reasonable force, ordinarily, motion for a judgment notwithstanding the verdict. All right. Well, on that note, this will conclude our literary and jury charge practice.